Hi everybody, welcome back. I have been quite the busy person since my last video, but not at all in the way that I anticipated. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, yesterday, I ended up in the ER, and then the next day had gallbladder surgery, which was not quite an emergency, but definitely not planned. So that kind of changed things immediately. I have been on medical leave for a couple weeks, and I think I have 2 more to go before I see my surgeon and hopefully get released to go back to work. So I am calling this a rest stop, and because it really has been. Even minor surgery takes a little bit of recovery time, and especially, I guess, when you're my age. I'm not like 25 anymore, and so it takes a little bit to bounce back from all of that and get some strength back and all of that. So, anyway, but I'm doing well and have done well from the beginning. So, I feel like I will be released to go back to work when I see my surgeon. But in the meantime, I kind of have a forced stop, there are some things that I can't do. I'm not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds right now. But there are some things that I can do, and I have been trying to stay busy with those things. I've been doing some writing. I've been doing some reading, some hand stitching, and some cross stitch. And I am right now winding this skein into this ball because I am bound and determined to learn how to crochet while I'm off. I can do a little bit, but mostly what I do is do some stitches and then it just turns into a mess. And so I've been trying to teach myself for years how to do this. And I finally found a website called TL Yarn Crafts, and the lady that does it, her name is Tony, and she is perky and fun and joyful and makes really pretty things. And she's doing this thing starting May 1st called Crochet Academy, where she just takes you from the beginning and walks you through how to make some stuff and how to do some things. So I'm going to do that while I'm off. And that's going to hopefully be fun. And hopefully it will be a new skill, something new that I can do. So I'm looking forward to that. And but in the meantime, I'm really trying to take care of myself. I'm spending some time every day outside. I take Riley out and sit for a while, and the weather's been perfect. It's been cool, and the breeze has been cool. The sun is warm. It's not hot, and just perfect time to sit outside for a while and soak up some vitamin D and just relax, which I have found not quite as easy to do. One of the good things about being on medical leave is that I don't have to think about who needs stuff or, I don't have to think about any of that right now because I can't do anything about it right now. And so I have, and I really think this is a God thing. I've just really been able to kind of shut that off. And even though I told my sister this morning, I feel like I should feel guilty for being off and for not worrying about stuff at work, but I don't. And I really do think that's a God thing. I think that is part of this rest stop that I'm having. And it's not like just taking a day off for a week or whatever, or a few days. It is really, when you do that, there's always something in the back of your mind that you need to be doing and working on. And but right now, I don't have that, because none of that's my responsibility, and I can just take a break, just have a hard break from it. And so I think that is helping me to relax in a way that I haven't been able to do in a long time. And it's really nice, but it's also hard because in my quiet time with God, I find myself, just wanting to overthink things maybe. What is the purpose of this? And what should I be learning from this? And all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying there's not stuff to learn from it. I think God can teach us through anything. And I don't think that this happened without purpose. But sometimes I think God just wants to say, listen, just sit with me for a while. Read a little bit. Read some of my letters to my children, and just sit with me for a while. Just enjoy taking a breath. And it's really hard to do, because your mind just wants to, go off in 100 different directions. But I'm really trying, and just to be able to say, you know what, I'm just going to sit outside for a little bit, and I'm just going to enjoy the breeze on my face and the sun and the quiet. I'm going to watch the birds. I'm going to watch Riley. I'm just going to enjoy the moment, which is something that is really hard to do, isn't it? It is for me. So many good things have come from this rest stop. The week I had surgery, my sister came to help out, and she was here for several days and cooked for us and took care of me, and I was a little bit slow getting around, but I wasn't so sick that I couldn't enjoy the visit. We had a good time together, and that was an unexpected blessing. And I watched both Top Gun movies. I had never seen them before. I know, I'm always late with things like that. I'm always behind. But I did watch both of them, and I liked them a lot. And so that was fun. And I'm just trying to make the most of the time that I have. I don't want to get to the end of this time and look back and think I had a chance to do some stuff and I didn't. I am limited in what I'm allowed to do right now, but there are plenty of things that I can do. And so I'm trying to do those things. Jeff got me a whiteboard, and it's over there in the corner, and I have written down all kind of things, some writing projects, some ideas for videos and things like that, some other kinds of projects, just so I can have them, kind of keep them in front of me, and maybe give myself some deadlines for them so I can be motivated to work on them a little bit. So I'm doing that, and healing and resting. And, one day it will end, and I will go back to work, and things will, pick up again. And as they always do, and my job has not changed, but I'm hoping that in some ways maybe I will have changed when I go back, that I will be maybe a little more, I don't know, better able to manage things, and manage the things that I carry around with me from work. So I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping that these weeks of off time will slow me down enough that I kind of have a restart when I go back, and that'll be good for me. So now, a lot of you may have been through some stuff like this, but you've had to do it with children in your home, which would not be at all restful. And hopefully, if you've had to do that, you've had some good help, and you've been able to take a bit of a break a little bit. But I guess, if when you're a mom, when you have kids, you never stop thinking about your kids and what they need and all of that. So it is different when you're a mom, for sure. But I have thought a lot about a couple of verses in Psalm 23, 1 and 2, and the beginning of 3. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. I feel that right now, probably more than I have in a long time. And so I'm very grateful. While I, do not want a repeat of the hospital stay, and everyone was wonderful. I had a great surgeon. The ER doctor was very busy and very intense, but she was good. And everybody that took care of me was wonderful. And so for having to be in the hospital, it was not a bad experience. And but I don't want to repeat that again. But having said that, God has just brought some good things from it. And I go to bed every night and I'm thankful. Even the night after surgery in the hospital when I was there and just trying to go to sleep, I just had to be thankful because, we got in, I got good care quickly. I made it through surgery without, any major problems. I was recovering pretty well, and I just, you can look back and you just see God kind of with you in all those moments. And so I go to bed grateful every night that I have been able to do the things that I can do, that He is helping me heal and get better and get stronger, and given me a really much needed break mentally, if nothing else. So try to be very grateful for that. Food is a little weird right now. I don't know if that's anesthesia or antibiotics. I was on for a week or so, but things have tasted weird for a little bit. That's starting to get better. But so right now I'm drinking tea, which is usually pretty safe, and I don't usually buy these things, but I do love a good shortbread cookie. And these are not, I don't know if they're smart or if they're just really trying to help us out here, save us from ourselves. They don't put them like in a long sleeve of things. I don't know if you bought these before, but they put them in little packages of 4 cookies, 1 serving. Because when you open a sleeve of Girl Scout cookies or Oreos or whatever, they're gone. Once the sleeve's open, you can hang it up. But this, you can just take out 1 package. Still takes some discipline, but not quite as much because you don't have an open thing in front of you. So these are really good with hot tea because they're just sweet enough, but not too sweet. And I noticed on the box, there's a website called snackworks.com, which I've tried to go to. The page wouldn't open up. But for recipes for different things that apparently you can make using shortbread cookies. As if they're not good enough on their own. I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, sometimes one of the things that we need the most is just some downtime. And if you're like a lot of people, your downtime is not always really downtime. You know, your downtime might mean I'm not going to work this week, or the kids are at my parents' this week, or, you know, whatever. But you're still busy and you're still trying to do all of the things that you were trying to do before. And sometimes, you know, and I have been tired mentally for a while, and I've known that. But I wasn't taking time off just for myself. I was doing other things. But sometimes God just knows, well, not sometimes, He always knows better than we do. And while I would not have planned downtime like this, God has used it for good and is continuing to use it for good. And so I'm continuing to be grateful for that. It's kind of like a reset and just a time to take a nice deep breath and appreciate the time and just enjoy sitting down to cross stitch or write or something and not thinking I've got to do, you know, got all these other things that need to be done. I just do it. And I go from one thing to another. I write a little bit and I get tired, and then I go pick up some cross stitch, or I go do something else. And just, you know, whatever I want, whatever I feel like, which is really nice. So all that to say, I hope if you are needing some downtime that you can find a way to get it. Hopefully it doesn't involve surgery, but, or anything very serious, but I hope that you will try to take some time, because it is so important. And I think sometimes we don't realize how much we need it until we take it. And when your body just starts finally unwinding, and your mind, you know, I think your body can relax a lot easier than your mind can. It's hard to slow your brain down sometimes, and that's what keeps the rest of us, you know, churned up so much. But, you know, in Ecclesiastes, God says that there's a time for everything. You know, there's a time to work, there's a time to rest, there's a time, all the things, you know. And for me, this is rest time. This is my rest stop for right now. And so I am, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for God's protection of my health, and the people that He put in my path that took care of me and that continue to take care of me, and all of that. And so while it was an unexpected experience, and much of it not pleasant, I'm in a good place right now, and I'm grateful for that. So I appreciate you watching, and I just got a low battery sign on my thing. I don't know if it stopped or not, but anyway, appreciate you watching and coming back. Next week is next Saturday, May 6th, is the coronation of King Charles III. Now, I have followed the royal family since I was in college, and Diana married Charles. And I've watched all the weddings, and, you know, I get up early in the morning and watch all the weddings. And when Harry married Meghan, I got up and I made scones and had tea, and it was cool. It was fun. It was a great morning. And not really happy how that turned out, but anyway, that's a whole different thing. But you know, it's a once in a lifetime thing, probably, watching this coronation. I may live to see William coronated. I don't know. I may not care. Coronated? I think I just made up a word. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I may live to see William's coronation. I don't know. But it is a big thing in history. It's a big day in history. And I want to see it. So I am going to make some scones. And I'm going to make some tea. And I'm going to be up in the morning. And I'm going to watch it. It's going to be short, I think, like an hour or so. I'm trying to read up on it. But anyway, I will share that with you next week. And we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Slow down when you can. If you have some downtime, it's okay to just be in the moment. You don't always have to be planning or wondering or learning or whatever. Sometimes you can just be resting in God and in His peace and His care. And that's what I hope for you this week. That's what I've been doing, and it's a pretty good place to be for the next few days anyway. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Thanks for coming back. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.